let's dive right in. Today, we're unpacking a really timeless piece of source material. It sounds simple on the surface, but man, it carries a ton of weight. It's a classic narrative called The Milkman and Honesty. So let's explore the deep moral framework this explainer has to offer. Picture this for a second. You're walking down your usual route, maybe heading to work, just minding your own business, and suddenly, boom, you spot something really valuable right there on the ground. Have you ever actually found something like that on the path? It's one of those unexpected, split-second moments that instantly tests human nature. Keep that exact feeling of surprise and the immediate questions that rush into your head in mind, because we're about to step into the shoes of someone who experienced exactly this.
All right, section 1, Ahmed, the honest milkman.
So, Ahmed is the backbone of his village. Every single morning, he's up before the sun delivering fresh milk. But people don't just rely on him for their breakfast, they rely on him. Why? Really? It boils down to 3 core traits. First, he's incredibly hardworking. Second, he's fiercely honest. And third, because of those first 2 traits, he is completely trusted by his village. You know, in a tight-knit community, that kind of trust is basically gold.
Which brings us to the inciting incident in section 2, the discovery of the lost wallet.
Ahmed is on his usual route, just another normal day, until he spots a wallet sitting right there on his path. And the stakes here are incredibly high. We're not talking about a couple of straight coins. Inside, there's a lot of money. I mean, for an everyday worker, that is a massive financial temptation. But wait, it gets heavier. Right next to the cash are some really important documents. So now it's not just about the money. Somebody out there is literally having the worst day of their life, having lost these critical papers. It's the ultimate test of Ahmad's character.
And that kicks off section 3, the search for the wallet's owner.
Most people might hesitate here, right? But Ahmed? His very first reaction isn't greed, it's pure empathy. He immediately thinks, wow, whoever dropped this must be absolutely terrified right now. So he goes to work. He finds the wallet, feels that deep empathy, and then, here's the kicker. He actively asks around the entire village. He doesn't just wait around for someone to come crying to him. He hits the pavement, until finally his determination pays off and he tracks down the actual owner.
Moving into our climax, section 4, the biggest reward.
Okay, so he finds the guy, and obviously the owner is just over the moon. His cash is safe, his crucial documents are safe. Out of sheer gratitude, he offers Ahmed a really generous cash reward. Fair enough, right? But listen to what Ahmed says. He just looks at the man and says, "Honesty is my biggest reward." He totally refuses the money. Think about that. For Ahmed, just doing the right thing and having that peace of mind is worth infinitely more than any cash you could ever hand him. The fallout from this choice is actually amazing. Because he walked away from a quick buck, his respect in that community just skyrocketed permanently. He was no longer just the guy who delivered milk. He became an absolute legend of integrity. His legacy was cemented as a genuinely true and good man. It really goes to show you that sometimes virtue itself is the ultimate prize. Which leads us to our final part, section 5, the important lesson of the story. If there's one major takeaway from exploring this source material, it's this. Think about it. The money in that wallet, it would have been spent. A cash reward, gone in a week. But the truth is, honesty always brings respect and happiness. That is the real, lasting equation we can take away from Ahmad's life. The respect of your peers, and honestly, that deep internal joy of knowing you did the right thing, that's the stuff that actually lasts a lifetime. So let me leave you with this. How can you adopt this principle of honesty in your own life? Look, we're probably not going to stumble across a fat wallet full of cash on our morning walk tomorrow. But every single day we get these tiny little choices. Do we take the easy route or do we take the honest route? Ahmad's story really challenges us to look in the mirror on those daily decisions. I hope unpacking this explainer today inspired you to figure out how to make honesty your own biggest reward.